Thank you, guys. Well, the country has watched Brittany Hockley's journey to find love since 2018. Fast forward, we've seen her find her fairy tale with hubby Ben, and last year finally saying "I do" in a picture-perfect ceremony and an array of epic outfits. Look at these pictures. Whoa!
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Now Britt is opening up on her most vulnerable journey yet, all in the hope it can help other women feel seen and understood when it comes to the often unexpected path fertility can take us. And Brittany Hockley is here with us, which is really nice to see her in the flesh.
Thank you. I just watch that back when I see clips of the wedding. It makes me cry.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
It makes me cry too because my wedding wasn't like that. So I'm like, oh, why couldn't I have a wedding?
Well, it could have gone the other way, you know. I got dumped on The Bachelor many years ago, so when I look back at that, I think, oh, wow, I did all right.
You would do a good wedding. How is this life between here and Italy going? Because, of course, hubby Ben is a football player, soccer player.
Yeah.
He's based in Italy.
Yeah, so Ben lives in Genoa, which is south of Milan. And it has been incredible. He's been there for about 18 months. And so I sort of live my life between the two. A few months in Australia, a few months in Italy. And I can tell you I have absolutely zero complaints, except I eat far too much pasta. Like, that has to stop.
Yeah, you got to stop doing that.
I can't.
It's a trap.
It just hits different when
and you've got to do it, right? Hey, your post last week about your current fertility journey made so many people feel understood. What made you decide to open up, tell the story, and let people hear that?
I've always been very open with my fertility journey on my podcast, Life Uncut. And so, I guess it's a long story, but a long story short, I have had my own fertility issues over the last few years. We've been trying to fall pregnant. It just hasn't happened. And then I went down the track of making embryos. And I've done 4 rounds now of eggs and embryos. And in the first round of embryos, we got none. And that's crazy because as a woman, you think, you grow up and everyone's always saying to you, don't fall pregnant, make sure you don't fall pregnant, use contraception. And you think it must be so easy. And then you realise, oh, it's actually not. And even with science behind me, we couldn't even get those embryos. But we're very lucky. We did a few more rounds, got a few more embryos. But we are in the position now where we have realised that we both have fertility issues. So it's not just one of us that has problems.
Right.
Like, we're infertile squared, I guess.
Right.
But we are not completely infertile. We have made a few embryos. It's just whether or not they're going to take. And I think I wanted to share it because women have always felt so much shame around not being able to fall pregnant. Like, it's something that is broken inside of us. And they also don't know how to react. And everyone's different. But I just think there shouldn't be shame in your response when somebody says, do you want kids? Why haven't you had kids yet? There shouldn't be shame in saying, I can't fall pregnant yet. I haven't been able to fall pregnant. Yeah. Because so many women feel uncomfortable. Oh, you know, we're thinking about it, we're not sure. But my response is, I can't fall pregnant. And that's not to make someone uncomfortable. It's to make that sentence more comfortable.
And is that why you decided to talk about it on the podcast? Because you sort of reached a point where you thought, you know what, I'm keeping this all inside and that's really difficult and I'm struggling with this and I'm also struggling to keep up a public face about what's happening.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it's easier. The podcast has always been about connecting with women and making women feel less alone. And the fact that I posted this fertility reel, it hit 8.5 million people in a week. And I could not believe the response. And that's because so many people are going through it. But unless people are talking about it, you don't realise how many people are going through it. You don't realise that you're not alone. And the response I have received in my DMs and the comments and the shares, I really realise women need to hear that more. And it also helps me too. It helps me when I connect with people and I hear that they've done 20 rounds of IVF that haven't worked and they're still okay.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends that have gone through infertility. And one thing I've noticed is that it really consumes your life. And you get stuck in it and you could be in that for 5 years. And I really wanted women to know that you can still go on living and find happiness and find joy at the same time as you're trying to figure out that really important part of your life. So
sure.
I get a bit emotional thinking about it because it's a lot of people, if you haven't lived in it or lived through it, you don't understand every month what the disappointment and the heartache, and it would be a shame for women to go through that for 5, 10, 15 years and miss out on the rest of life.
Was there any response of the millions that you got that stood out for you, that really touched you?
Do you know, so many incredible stories, just people saying, They went through 10 rounds of IVF, gave up, and then fell naturally at 45. Just so many different experiences, or just people that have...
Different for everyone, right?
It's so different, and they're not saying it to say, keep going, it might happen for you. They're just saying it to give some kind of hope, some kind of connection. And we still hope we'll fall pregnant, and I still believe I will. It's just a bit harder for us and a lot more expensive for us.
And how about people that might look at your life from the outside as well and see all these beautiful places in Italy and everything and think that you have the perfect life?
Yeah.
It's
a big part of it.
Yeah.
I am very lucky with my life. I have the most wonderful husband, the most wonderful man I've ever met, and we get to live this life. When I'm over there, I still work. I just work on Australian time. But I understand from the outside, it looks wonderful, and it is. But it's important to know that every month we are going through our own battles, and we have the disappointment and the heartbreak and our own challenges. And I think it's really important to know that these kind of things, they don't pick and choose.
Sure, so it's not 100% what you see on the gram.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, so recently celebrated first year anniversary.
Yes.
Right, so what else has been going on in that year? You've been busy, you've been back and forth, you've been moving around, having a great time as well, right?
No, I've been back and forth every couple of months. I'm trying to fit all of my work in at the same time. I was hosting a show in Stan. I've got some things in the pipelines. I have some exciting things coming up, which is good.
Which is why you're here to tell us all about it, right?
Which I probably can't talk. No, I have one of the biggest meetings of my life coming up for something I've been working on for a very long time. But it's really important to me that I live the life that I want and my career and my ambitions and manage a marriage and a relationship. And I think we're really... We're doing a good job of it. It's proof that you can live your own life and have a healthy relationship even if you are living in another continent. It's not ideal for everyone, but works for us.
100%.
I think it's the secret.
You could be onto something here.
It is.
I might look into that.
I think I might look into Italy.
I feel like there's probably an app for that.
Hey, you know what though?
We met on an app.
As picturesque as it sometimes looks, not everything is picture perfect. Let's have a look at this moment. This is from your second wedding. Let's have a look at this.
You know, Laura will hate me. Laura's my business partner. She actually wet herself then. She was pregnant and she was laughing so hard on the boat she wet herself.
Yeah, she'll hate you for saying that.
She will, but she'll love me at the same time. No, I was literally just about to walk down the aisle and this gust of wind came. You couldn't script it. And just flung my veil out to sea. And as you can see, no one else ran to save that veil except me.
The only good thing about it is that someone was actually recording at the time, because it would have been a shame for that to happen.
Well, it's because I was just about to walk down the aisle, so our videographer was ready to capture the moment.
The other good thing about it is some fisherman's going to find it'll have 2 tuna in it.
It is. Well, no, we did save it, but that is the most Brittany-coded thing that could happen at a wedding.
That's
for sure.
great. Hey, lovely to catch up.
Lovely to see you. Thank you
Thanks
for
for
sharing and for being open, and that's why people love you, I think.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Because you're so open and gorgeous. Good luck with everything.
And you'll see Kylie over there soon by the sounds of it.
We'll have an Aperol.
I'm moving into that little
we have a
basement
spare room.
thing. Yeah, great. Thank you.